morning, YouTube. It's been a while, but we're back with another video of day in the life of a fuel hauler. So on today's episode, we're already on load number 2 and we're gonna head to Adelanto, but before that we're gonna head to the Pilot because I want to get lunch. I want to get something to eat before, but we got a load of, I believe it's 5,900 of 87, and then 1,091, and then 1,500 diesel. So it should be a quick day today, about 9 hours. So thank you guys for tuning in to another video, and let's just jump right into it. Today's Bible verse, we're gonna go back to the book of Proverbs. Actually, I like doing Proverbs 20 Proverbs in February according to the date. So Proverbs 23 or 24. All right, so we'll start off with a little bit of the word, which says, Proverbs 24, which says, don't envy evil people or desire their company, for their hearts plot violence and their words always stir up trouble. A house is built by wisdom and becomes strong through good sense. Through knowledge, its rooms are filled with all sorts of precious riches and valuables. The wise are mightier than the strong, and those with knowledge grow stronger and stronger. So don't go to war without wise guidance. Victory depends on having many advisors. Wisdom is too lofty for fools. Among leaders at the city gate, they have nothing to say. So right off of the bat, this Proverbs is talking about wisdom and how important wisdom is. And it's such a timely, it really is a timely thing for myself, where I'm seeking, the Lord for wisdom. Like I have a lot of things in my head right now that I'm just really praying about because I could make the wrong decision. And one of the things that I want to encourage you guys that are watching is that if it's not built on God, it's the wrong decision. Because, Jesus teaches us that if it's not built on the stone, on the corner or the rock, and instead it's built on sand, it's going to get washed away. And so it's really important to have a strong foundation when it comes to building anything. Because like if I think of my life before I was following God, a lot of the stuff that I did just didn't hold any value later down the line, and I kind of wasted my time just because my motives weren't right, and it was built on something that I thought was true at that moment, but it actually wasn't. And so this such a timely word because it says here, 24 verse 3, a house is built by wisdom. And in my younger years, I didn't have a lot of wisdom. And if we go to actually the book of James, for those of you who are like, well, how do I get wisdom, right? The Bible actually makes it very clear here. Book of James, chapter 1, says right here, verse 5, if you need wisdom, ask our generous God, and he will give it to you. He will not rebuke you for asking. But when you ask him, be sure that your faith is in God alone. Do not waver, for a person with divided loyalty is as unsettled as a wave of the sea that is blown and tossed by the wind. Such people should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. So, in other words, when we're seeking wisdom, we're asking God for wisdom. But what James here is saying is that we don't want to be asking God and then going back and forth like, I need wisdom from God, and then going to other sources. We have to understand that when we're seeking wisdom from God, it's just asking him for wisdom and knowing and trusting that he will provide that wisdom for you. It's about freely receiving the wisdom. My gosh, this is noisy. It's about freely receiving that wisdom and knowing that God will provide for you. But also, James is saying that you don't want to go in faith to God and then be like, okay, well, I'm going to ask God for wisdom here, but then go to this outside source and then seek wisdom there and then kind of wager both of them. Like, no, the Bible makes it clear that you have to only seek God and God alone. We read that right now, God alone. So that's something that I'm kind of tying in with my life right now. I'm seeking a lot of wisdom in my personal life with a lot of challenges and just problems that I'm facing. But nonetheless, that's just a little word of advice for you guys. Maybe you guys thought it was useful. If you guys maybe think I said something incorrect, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. But let's get right into the video. I'll meet you guys back up when we're at Adelanto. All right, so we're here unloading. Gotta do 91 first. Just pulled up. We'll do 91 first. Not a fan of how they store that, honestly. Okay. Not really sure why they store it like that, because it's hard to move. Alright, 91. Now let's do the vapor out. Not a fan of this storage at all. Really not a fan of it. Now I am gonna have to pull up because the diesel's not gonna reach. So this is something that I'm gonna have to see right now. Alright, hooked up. That's 91. Double check. 87. All right, and we are hooked up to this. I remember it was 1,000, so this is the right one. And we just let it rip if we can. There we go. All right, so yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that, but diesel is here and I had to get way over there, so I'm gonna have to pull forward, sadly. And the reason why I parked like this is because for this compartment right here I have 87 and it has to reach there, so there was no way. Even if I would have parked on this side, yeah, even if I parked on this side, I would have, yeah, I wouldn't have reached either. So I don't like doing pull-ups like this because it's really tedious. And then for whatever reason, the locks on this station, man, they're so annoying. They don't open. So let me see if I can show you guys, so you guys can see that it's like really like dirty here, right here. So the key gets stuck and it doesn't turn it. Let me see if it'll work right now. I was having trouble with the 91 right now. Couldn't put it. It's the sand that gets stuck, I think, inside. Let's try the other key. Unless it's a different key, like because there's multiple. I'm not using the right one. I just don't think so. See, there we go. It might be because I was using the wrong key. So what I like to do is I like to open them up, but not like expose them, so no dirt gets in it. All right. But yeah, this channel here is just, it's just gonna be a simple day in the life of what it's like to be a fuel hauler, the different gas stations. Like today they got me in a TNT, which is the tanker truck, and then a tanker, so TNT. Usually I'm in a semi, and gas stations like this are a little bit more, just a slight little bit harder, just because it's maybe I can show you guys the entrance. I forgot to record that, but that's fine. The entrance is a little smaller, but nothing too out of the ordinary. So right now my truck is down for maintenance, or I would assume it's like a 90-day. So they got me in this one today. But yeah, so this channel is basically gonna be for everything about just my job. I mean, I'm here all day. I might as well record, make videos, make content, and at the same time I want to make these videos to edify the Lord and be able to, you know, give you guys pointers and break down the word and just make the channel really to glorify God. That's one of the things in my life where I kind of feel like this job right now has really taken my life. It's so much work that I'd rather do these videos and try to focus my life God-centered than to just come into work and get a paycheck and then go home. So if that's something that you guys are interested, definitely, you know, stay tuned. Not really sure the format that I'm gonna go with, but this is something that I feel like you know, was placed on my heart to do for a while now, and I've just been so busy and I really want to get into it this year. So, you know, go ahead and support the channel, guys. If you have any recommendations, if you guys have any questions actually that you guys need help with, maybe you guys want to get into fuel hauling, go ahead and, you know, give me a shout out. Not a shout out, but, you know, shout me out, as in like hit me up, and I can definitely see if I can help you guys. Not necessarily get into this company, because, you know, we're on and off with hiring, but any company. But yeah, so going back to the wisdom, and that's, we go back to the book of James, where it says that we ask God and only God. It's done. Okay, so so now I'm seeing that this thing was already done the whole time I was talking. Okay, so that would have been nice to know. I just wasted a couple minutes there, but it's cool because I'm not used to this truck, so. Yeah, so this thing is empty, so you can kind of see the hose kind of start to like go up a little bit, so that kind of shows you that it's empty. Another way too to see that it's empty is if you knock on it, it sounds hollow. Like here, this one's still full, so look at this one, and then you compare it to this, it sounds different. Plus also too, you can close the internal, which just closes the valve, and then you open it again, and if nothing comes out, then it's empty. It is. So we'll swap into the 87 now. Okay. Put this on this side. I don't know. Is that how they... Huh. This is not my truck, so I don't want to mess with it. So I think like that. Okay. So that I can move the vapor. Drain this one more time, just so when I move it, the product comes out. And we're good. All right, so now we're going to 91. So we'll move this one first. Put this here. All right. And now 91. Let me bring this here. Ow. And then here. 7. Is that good? Alright, so then we open up 87. 87, 87. Let it rip. And every time we're opening this up, I'm always making sure that it's not leaking anywhere. You can see the product flowing through here. It's a little dirty, but you can see it. And I used to, back in the old day, I used to flip these placards like this one. Since I'm done, I used to flip them to empty, but I guess the correct term would be like gas empty, but I don't have that one. Yeah, I don't have it because technically not empty, so I just leave it there. And the way I make sure that I know I offloaded everything, because what can happen is you can forget to offload something. So I just did 91, so I'm gonna close this. That way I'm not, you know, hooking up anything to this anymore. That way it minimizes the cross drops. So close this, and then we'll put the lid on, but I got it locked up. I have to lock the lock here. All right, let's try this again. I think it was maybe the second one right here. Let me see. Maybe I was just doing the wrong key. I was doing the wrong key of this. Okay. Come on. Nope, it just gets stuck. Dang, these locks suck, man. There we go.